Well, we are back. Just got back from swimming in my triathlon training, all that fun stuff. How's my fertilizer doing? I just realized that I'm out. So, yeah. Oh, uh-oh. 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 I mean, at least we still have all that ethanol, but we are out of biofuel. Okay. Not good. We're almost out in our farms as well. Yeah, not good. We should probably do something about that, shouldn't we? I was kind of thinking about it, overall. He's like right under here. Whatever. I was kind of thinking for a little bit in general, across a lot of different things, while I was roaming the nether and while I was just swimming, because thinking about Minecraft while you're swimming makes perfect sense, right? Definitely. I got another cooking table, by the way, in a quest reward. There's a couple other goodies that I got in a quest reward that we're definitely going to use today. But I was thinking, and I need to automate more things. All the things, to be honest. We do have the Resturb mob spawner. Now, with this guy, I really want to place it down. This will give us blaze and blaze rods. Very, very useful. We can definitely utilize that. I have like a range collector, things along those lines to get this thing going. And then I'm thinking a slaughterhouse to start to get us some pink slime. Right? So slaughterhouse, maybe a grinder setup, something like that. Or maybe we even just go with, simple, the spikes, right? We can go with the spikes. Spikes aren't hard. Spikes are not hard, right? So I'm kind of thinking along those lines, a couple different things there. A way to get our pink slime would be nice, right? All that kind of stuff. Just kind of progress along. But I'm also kind of thinking like all the automation that we should have already done. And I haven't. We've automated a decent amount, but equally things like this area down here, this is a cluster. Like, this is not good. And we probably need to fix some things. Same thing with my food, right? Like, I just crafted a whole bunch of delighted meals, which is good. I killed off my cows over there. I got all that going. We have like 51 in here, but it's... Why am I not doing this automatically, right? Why am I not just automatically having my hamburgers made for me and my delighted meal, right? So I think I'm kind of starting to realize a little bit more about we need to get a few things a little bit more automated. I do have a few ideas. I've been pondering some of them. There's a harvester, I think, from Kryllyk, which is amazing. I've used it in the past. I don't think I've ever done it on a video, but it is ridiculously strong. It's got a huge area, basically uses almost no power, so we should be able to automate that nicely. I just have to get XNet over to our farms here. The farms aren't in the most ideal situation for automation, but they look good, and that's what really, really matters, right? So that's my main priority there. That over there, we need to change. I think I'm kind of been thinking that we need almost like a power center. We almost need like a power center, and then that will be where our main RF or our XNet and all that would be. But I'm also thinking that we need a few sub-networks for XNet, right? Like we could have a XNet for our food, right? And maybe a completely different storage for our food, because the only way that I can look at it ultimately is we probably need to have storage drawers for our food, and I don't know where I'm going to put them outside of like right here. Everything else in this room, we can maybe go in the ceiling. That could be kind of cool, but a lot of it is kind of, it's tight for a kitchen, right? That's all I'm going to say. I really like the underside of this section though. I really do. I like it being open, just that little bit like it is, kind of giving it almost like it's part of the bridge, right? Instead of being a side tower, right? So I do like the fact that it's open under here. I don't really want to change that, but maybe we can do like some hidden storage or something underneath. Sneak a cable up through the side and we'd be good to go, right? Something along those lines. Those are some of the thoughts going through my noggin as we go here. So just fun stuff. But yeah, anyways, that nether fortress, oh my lord, it's so far away. I had to go through like bramble patches and soul sand, and it's just brutal to get to. But we did get to it. We got through that. We made it. I made myself enough to get the kinetic. I think you saw it there. The kinetic generator and the nuclear reactors. This did require 6 reactor chambers. So that just kind of, it also states in here the amount of EU it produces has been increased. I have not looked at any configs or anything like that in the pack, but that's positive. I know of a reactor, in the past that basically did 420 EU per tick, and it was self-sustaining. So I wouldn't mind seeing if we can't get one that's even better, right? So we might try that at some point here in the near future. I need a few things before we can ultimately get that done. I'm going to go deal with my fertilizer quickly, and then we'll do a few changes. All right, so I set up a competing market here. We got the weathered salesperson and the emerald muncher. They're competing for my marketing goods. I love it. I'm so glad I got 2. That's a different story. So I've gone back and forth. I'm thinking a ton, probably too much. Yeah, too much thinking, bad for brain, all that kind of stuff. But for now, we're going to get to exactly what I wanted to get done here today. And I mentioned it in the last episode, and that was kind of sort of getting rid of the bat box here and upgrading our machines to tier 2 so that they can run on the copper cables instead. I also want to move these machines so that we can get everything a little bit more uniform again, like we used to have it, right? So I did manage, and by manage, I mean we got these as a quest reward. Now, they aren't that bad to make. We can make the basic control circuit super easy now. The NV transformer, again, not that bad. A little bit of iron, call her a day. But I'm really happy that I got them as a loot reward. Really am. So we are going to go through. We're going to add 1 to all of these machines. All these tier 1 machines. We're just going to throw the 1 in there. Boop. And boom. There we go. So now all of those are upgraded to tier 2, which is great. And now we can change all of our tin pipe to the next tier. So I'm going to remove the bat box. First step. That's super slow too. That's super slow. Let me get my wrench. I think I have it in here. I do. Okay, good. Boom. There we go. Much, much quicker. We'll remove the transformer as well. That'll work great. And now we can remove all of this cabling. And this CESU is outputting at 128 already. So we can just start running our lines. Straightforward, right? We're going to vein mine those cables. Get them all done up. And let's just go like this. Just so I can have access. And we can run our copper cables. Very good. I might need a few more. Looking that way, isn't it? Oh, of course. 1 short. Never fails. Never fails, right? Well, luckily I do have 1 spare. 1 spare. Can you believe it? I know I can't. And boom. And nothing blows up. Sweet. Now what this is going to allow us to do is basically we could add more overclocker upgrades because now we're we've gone from what was it, 32? Yeah, 32 all the way up to 128. So we've effectively, quadrupled our power distribution to our machines. So that's really, really good. It's very awesome. Equally, that allows us the capabilities of moving these two guys. So I'm going to put down our induction furnace there and thermal centrifuge there. Beautiful. And then we can kind of just throw our switches on the top like that. Awesome. Now, those need to heat up again. That's the only downside of moving them. If you don't have to, never do. But it's one of those things. So we just moved them. Call her a day. Right? I'm going to nuke off these two. We do not require them any longer. And we'll put those in there. This thing is chugging. Oh, I guess it's powering things up. Can you just go at a consistent rate, though? That'd be swell. Anyways, so we've gotten a little bit of an upgrade. We have all of our stuff working at 128, which is great. Now, a couple of those items, we can probably do a few more overclockers in. I can't remember how many, so I'm just going to throw down one in the primary machines that we're kind of looking at here. So the macerator, etc. That guy doesn't take them, right? But this guy does. Oh, yeah, she does. Oh, boy. How much is that going to drain my power? Probably a lot. But yeah, so as those guys heat up and everything like that, we have effectively upgraded our system to be that much better. And once I add the nuclear reactor, hopefully it'll be even better beyond that. Now, the nuclear reactor itself, I'm kind of thinking that we need to make like an IC2 basement. And I'm kind of thinking into this ravine over here a little bit for the actual reactor. It might be a really good solution. We can kind of just use the natural environment to work for us, right? Instead of us having to work against it. I think that's probably the way we're going to go for that. Okay? But we've got our IC2. It's powered up a little bit powered up. I don't really, hold on. Let me look at my picture here. I want to kind of just take a quick glance through and see what some of these things cost. Okay. So a quad uranium cell. We're not talking MOX or anything like that. Is not that bad. Iron plates, copper plates, and then the fluid rod. We already have the fluid canning machine set on solid mode, I believe, with the fuel rod being empty. Again, not expensive. And enriched uranium nuclear fuel, which is uranium-238 and tiny pile of uranium-235. Not too bad. Not too bad. So the 238 is done in the thermal centrifuge with crushed uranium ore. Okay. You know, nothing too crazy. There is also the recipe for the ingot here, right? So the ingot is not expensive. We can literally just smelt, I believe, uranium ore to get an ingot. And I think we can duplicate it? Question mark. Let's do a quick glance through. Doesn't look like it, does it? No, not really. Well, that's a bit of a shame. I mean, that gives us what it gives us. Yeah, it doesn't look like we can duplicate it just yet. Okay, cool. Interesting. Learning things. Let's try the... Oh, it's the only one. Okay. Okay, so more than likely our best approach is to actually get the enriched uranium from the uranium-238, which requires the thermal centrifuge and crushed uranium ore. Crushed uranium ore is our way of doubling it through IC2. So we can start this guy up pretty simply by taking down some uranium. I haven't been mining a ton of this stuff. So, you know, for right now, it's probably not the best idea, to say the least. But what I want to do is I actually want to steal one of these drawers here, and we're going to take it down to our IC2 section. Okay? This guy is going to be what stores and automates our system. Okay? We are going to need hazmat. I think the boots are expensive. Right? Yeah. Can we just get away with the suit and the pants? think so. Rubber and orange dye, right? It's a little bit of orange dye. Do I have any way of getting that? I don't think I have any red or orange or anything like that. Just taking a quick look through. No, it's not looking like it. Not looking like it. So we'll have to get a poppy and a dandelion to get this done. But that's pretty easily handled. Okay? Nothing too crazy there. I might need another connector as well. So let me take... I'm going to get a couple more XNet connectors as well. We should probably automate this process too. But I'm going to throw these in there. And as you can see with the block, with the extra overclocker, it's quite a bit quicker. We are going to drain out our power a little bit faster. But this is a good test to kind of see where we can get to, right? 4 seems to be okay. Doesn't it? Yeah. 4 seem to be just fine. So that's great. That's nice and quick. This guy is pounding. 1.5k EU. Barely even making a dent. Not even making a dent. Wow. That is impressive. Okay. Alright then. I am okay with this. I am okay with things going faster. Simple as that. Okay. So, pardon me. I think I have a little bit of a dry voice box from maybe swimming, inhaling too much water. All of those fun things. Okay. 3, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I don't think I have any chests. Shucks. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to stick... We basically need 4 items. 4 items to get ourselves nuclear quad cells. Okay, we need the uranium 238. We need the uranium 235. And then we also require the uranium cell, the basic cell. Pretty straightforward. Nothing too complex there. Just a matter of farming it up, right? So let's get... I'm going to go run. I'm going to get myself a poppy and a dandelion. There's a poppy right there, for example. And dandelion, and we'll make some orange dye. All right, red and yellow dye. Very nice. Makes orange. Beautiful. Pretty straightforward recipe. Nothing too crazy there. Vanilla Minecraft, people. I tell you. I had some right there. It's fine. I traveled. So anyways, we need a decent amount of plastic to get this done though. So that's okay. So this guy here will go like so. Boom. Hazmat suit. Very nice. And like so to get the hazmat leggings. I think that's all we need. I don't know. We might die. And that's fine. I'm fine with it. You know, it's one of those things. It's just one of those things. All right. Let's get our uranium and let's get this thing kind of sort of started up at least. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Awesome. Now, is this the most effective use? Sure. I don't really know of a better one. You know what I mean? So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be throwing this uranium ore into the macerator here. Once you kind of sort of get this process started, it's almost self-sustaining, or it is self-sustaining. So that's nice. It is good that, you know, you can kind of get a more self-sustaining system going on here. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to connector to the macerator and to the thermal centrifuge. Okay, so thermal cent. Very nice. And the macerator. Macerator. Now, technically, we should probably be ore washing this as well. But I'm not going to be dealing with that at this point in time. Not part of my concerns. Okay. Other than that, we're going to connect it up accordingly. Now, one quick thing. I can facade these I just have been a little bit lazy. We'll definitely get around to facading our XNet cables so that they're a little bit more hidden. I don't hate the look of them, but we can definitely do a little bit of work involved with that. Okay, so there we go. So we have the two connectors, and I hope that they will work. I think that they'll work for both. I think they'll be okay, right? Because on the macerator, for example, I want to have an insert of uranium and a pull of the uranium-238, right? So let's just take a quick glance here. So here we go. There's the thermal centrifuge. There's that. Okay, so this is power. We don't need power, so that's good. On channel 2 is our input into our drawer system. So I might set this one up on channel 6 over here. Channel 6 is pretty open. There's just our extra utilities set up over here. So that's pretty open, all things considered. So our macerator, we need to create an insert of uranium ore, right? Yeah, that's good. And then on number 4, which is our export of our drawer, so that won't be affected, which is good. On number 4, we're going to need to do an export, and we'll have to set that up accordingly, right? Okay, so for this, we're going to insert uranium ore. I don't have a storage right now for uranium ore, so it's not going to insert it from any system or anything like that. For right now, I'm still going to do manual insertion of uranium ore. Now, this should give us crushed uranium ore. Just to be cautious, I'm going to put on my stuff. I don't think I need to, but yeah, it's one of those things. Yeah, these boots are so expensive. Well, I hope I don't, die. I know I don't die from the crushed uranium, but the other stuff, I might. We'll see. Maybe I should get a bucket of milk just in case. Just to be cautious. Hi, thanks. I think, can I drink this? Nope, that was wasted. That was wasted. Oh, I'll put it in my setup. Okay. I'm pretty sure I can drink from a bucket. Some packs you can't, so I should probably test it before I do this, but that's okay. Anyway, so this crushed uranium is going to be exported from this system. So crushed uranium ore is going to be exported out of our macerator, and it's going to be inserted, right? Inserted into our thermal centrifuge. Okay? So what this should do is this should be working, and we can test it very, very quickly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another uranium ore into the macerator, and we'll see if it pulls it out. That's my real question here. So macerator doing up the ore, crushed uranium gets pulled out and gets put into the thermal centrifuge. Very nice. That guy cannot have that many power upgrades. Okay, good to know. It's going up now. Okay, good. So that gives us 3 outputs, right? It gives us the 238 and the 235, right? Now, we need both of those, which is awesome. We're on the right track, right? So the quad fuel cell requires enriched uranium nuclear fuel, which is the 238 and the 235. If I remember correctly, the 235 is always your restrictor in terms of this recipe, okay? So the tiny pile of 235, this guy right here, seems to be the normal restrictor, okay? There's not really a better way to get it either. So, yeah, you only get one. There's no way of, like, doubling that very easily outside of getting into, like, matter fabricators and other such technologies down the road. So, we have our 2 items here. That's great. And stone dust. Stone dust is basically for CF powder, but it's going to almost be our void or our throwaway setup from our system here. Okay? Good. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down a storage drawer. Where? No clue. I mean, we could probably just put it on the back of one of these. Where do I want to put it? I actually don't mind putting it right in this corner. I don't mind that at all. Kind of tucks it away a little bit and keeps it so that I'm not going to potentially grab things. Okay, so uranium drawer. Yeah, something like that. And then we'll throw that guy down. That's good. And then, oops, I probably should lock it before too long. Okay, good. Whew, close one. Close one. All right, good. So, and then we'll just close that up quickly. Okay, so we have our drawer, and what should go in there is our, not our stone dust. Nope, that's one of our outputs, though. Should be our 238 and 235. Let's see if we die. Ow, 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 ow. Yep. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, that does not get rid of radiation. Oh boy. Heal! I might die. I don't want to lose all these levels. I really don't want to lose all these levels. That sucks. That sucks, man. Yep. Yep. Farewell. Well, that sucks. Well, that sucks. All right. How do you avoid that? I don't know. Those other things take so much. Oh, well. What can you do? Okay. Cool. Cool beans. We'll just, yeah, rip. It's fine. Okay. Awesome. Amazing. We did it. We did it, everyone. Have no fear. We got it done. So, yeah, it doesn't get rid of the radiation. Okay. Let's take a look at the hazmat again. So the hazmat boots are nuclear craft. And they're a lot more expensive. I don't even have the capabilities of getting some of this. The helmet as well is crazy expensive. Where's just our normal IC2 one? Industrial craft. Yeah, this one here. Scuba helmet. There we go. Okay, orange dye. Boom. Boom. I can make that. That's no problem. And where's their rubber boots? Is there a different one? Rubber boots. Okay. Okay, we can make a full suit. I died for no reason. And that's fine. Just losing 90 levels. No big deal. All right. Let's get ourselves some more plastic. I think I have the orange dye. I think I need more though, right? I'm pretty sure I did. Pretty sure I did. Thank you. Come with me. And thank you. Come with me. Awesome. Okay. I'm going to make the rest of my hazmat suit instead of derping and dying. And we will finish up this process. All right. We are fully decked out now. We got the full system. We should be okay. Technically speaking. There we go. No issues this time. Very good. Okay, so we need to take our outputs over to our XNet controller and set this guy up accordingly to get the items where we need them. Oh god, I don't have any of my step assist or anything. Oh, how do I even function? All right, good. So from the thermal centrifuge, we will disable this. We're going to remove these items. Sure, add a stack. No big deal. And those items are going to go into the storage drawer that I need to find. And so we're on channel 6. So is that this one? I think so. Yeah, uranium drawer. There it is there. So we are going to disable. We're going to insert. Boom. And boom. Very good. And like so. And then the stone dust, actually, you know what? Let's remove the stone dust off of this and let's put it onto this. So we're going to extract the stone dust on this section, and we'll add stone dust to our overall drawer setup, right? That's all just straight up input. Okay, good. Why is this not pulling out? Dry rubber. It should just work, right? Dry rubber. I'm a little confused why this one isn't working. Analog crafter, crafter 1, crafter. That guy there. Export, extract, stack. Priority. Yeah, like that should work. It is not pulling it out. 11,538. Why isn't it though? 583. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why that's not functioning properly. Okay, so what we'll do is I'm going to run up here, and I'm going to put stone dust in our drawers up here, and the uranium and such down below. So that'll be good. So stone dust, you can go with eggs. Beautiful. Nailed it. All right, let's get rid of this uranium. Let's take it off of our body for now so that we can not die, more or less. And I'm going to run a couple more blocks of this through the system, and then we'll come back and we'll finish up our uranium. All right, so I'm just underneath our storage drawer and such here, and I'm just setting up another analog crafter, okay? Pretty straightforward, but I'm adding in a couple of the items, like so. Don't worry, I left my radiation suit on. Very good. Very good. Okay, so now that that's set up, we should be able to get ourselves enriched uranium. That's all that's really required. So, that's good. I have no uranium on me, so I'm going to swap out my boots quickly and jump on up. Oh, yeah. And I'll switch back my boots for now, just in case I forget. Just in case I forget. So, as you can see, we have about 15 uranium-235s, whereas we have over a stack of uranium-238s. So, I mean, this guy's still working. I did have to remove a couple of power upgrades just because it was draining the power a little bit too much. Now, hopefully once we get the nuclear setup done, that won't really be a concern moving forward, right? Or at least that's my thought process. So, basically what we need to do now is we need to set up that analog crafter. So, analog crafter, enriched uranium. Very nice. Now, we were on number 6 for that. So, what we can do is we can disable that for a second, and we can create an insert. Now, because this is stickied and all ready to go, it should be all good, right? And then on the same channel, or close to the same channel, which one did we do? Channel 4, we're going to pull out the enriched uranium. Okay. Now, I do want to set this up in our drawer first. Okay. So I do want to go get it out of the item and put it in our drawer. So, okay, we got our hazmat suit on. That's good. That's very, very good. And I'm just going to make my own in a crafting table for now. And we'll get ourselves the enriched uranium. Beautiful. So enriched uranium is now going to go into there, like so. And now we can officially set it up accordingly as well into our system. Now it looks to be like it's working. Is it working? Why wouldn't it be working? Right? All of the things should be fine, always on. Why is this not sending it? Oh. Oh, I know why. I know why. Silly me. Okay, boom, and let's get out of here. Okay, so let's swap back the boots. We need to bring ourselves a 235, or enriched, sorry. Enriched fuel. Yeah, there's too many uraniums going on here. I can't keep track of all the uranium. It's things you don't want to hear. Simple as that. Okay, so this guy is exporting those to the drawer, but we didn't do an export off the drawer anywhere, right? So we haven't exported off the drawer. Okay, so off of the drawer, we can now export our stuff, right? I think that this should be okay to just do a quick export and enable that. That's good. Okay, now from the analog crafter, this guy here, we are going to export out, let's see, is that right? No, we have this on the insert. That on the export. So for this guy, we need this to be the insert. Boom. This guy to be the export, right? So the analog crafter, we're going to export the enriched uranium, right? And yeah, that should go into the storage drawer. I think I set that up all correctly. Ugh. This XNet stuff's getting a little confusing. My controller's really loaded up, and I think I need to come up with a better way of doing this. But what we should see is enriched uranium 0. Well, the uranium 238's pulling out. Okay, now it's pulling out the 235. And we should see the enriched uranium nuclear fuel going up. Why are we not? What is up with my analog crafters, and why are we not getting output? I'm a little confused. Oh, spread items equally. That'll do it. That'll fix it. Okay, good. We figured it out. All right. Cool. Cool. Awesome. So we have automated the process of getting the 238. Or the enriched uranium, right? Which can make us a fuel rod, basically. Right? One of them. So we've started a small little bit of this process. It's pretty complicated, right? I mean, we need some fuel rods. Luckily enough, when it becomes depleted, and I want to just take a look at that. Quad fuel rod depleted, right? You can put this back into the system, and it gives you back some iron, some uranium, and tiny piles of plutonium, which is ultimately what we are looking for with this system. So it does give you back the metal. It actually gives you back more iron than you use in the system, but it is going to take a little bit to get started here. So I need a few iron plates. You know what? Let's do all 12 that we have. And we'll do it on the extruding. And this is going to give us the vials, the fuel rod itself, which is good. Now, I would like this one to be the filled. So, the fuel rod I'm going to store back at the base. Right? Is that a good idea? Probably not. I think we should probably store it over here. And I should automate this process. Automating this is a pain, to say the least. But anyways, these fuel rods are going to go in our fluid canning machine here, like so. This is going to be canning mode. Correct me if I'm wrong. Canning mode. Yes. Okay, excellent. So those will go in there, and basically we need to tie another connector in to get these things ready for the next setup, right? Boom, like that. We need another connector. This guy should allow us to connect in and get ourselves everything that we need for the uranium cell. So I'll put this in as the canning machine, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to finish setting this up, and hopefully we have, at the end of all of this, a fuel rod, at least. Alright, so IC2 is a little loud. That's what I realized. So it's working. So we are getting enriched uranium back into the system here. and we are getting some fuel rods uranium. Now, ultimately, we want to get these to quad fuel rods, right? That's our goal here, but that is just another analog recipe. It's not too bad. But I was also kind of thinking, like, how can I automate these plates a little bit better, right? And how can I make it so that we aren't completely getting rid of all of our resources, if that makes sense. So I remember my mini chests. Mini chests are awesome. For those that don't know mini chests, I used them quite a bit in a mod pack. I don't remember which one, to be honest. But I used them in a lot in one of those packs. And the reason being is, what they can do is they can hold one stack of items, which is really nice. Having just one stack of items is really good because, well, it's straightforward. You only have one stack of items, right? I need to store this somewhere. You know what? I guess we'll just put it there. Sure, for now. Anyways, so mini chests are cool. And the reason being is I can take this chest and I can make 9 mini chests. Also pretty sweet that you get 9 for 1. But inside of here, when you click on it, there's only one slot and you can only go up to a certain number for it. Okay. Now there's a few different ways that I can go about this. I could set up an automated system with like metal formers and stuff like that to get the plates. It might not be a bad way to go. Or I can try to use the printing press up here to get it done. The only downside to this is going to be the sorting of the stuff into the chests. So if I use this system and I automate this, which I want to do, I want to basically have a stack of each plate that I can have. So a stack from every single one and then tied into the overall network. So down below we'll have, say, these 9 mini chests, each holding a stack of an item. I don't think there's a good drawer system, and maybe you guys can let me know. I'll ask it on my Discord as well. But is there a way that I can just make a storage drawer with one stack? I don't think so. Reduces base storage to a single stack. Well, color me crazy. Okay. So, I don't need to use mini chests then. As cool as they are, they're cheaper. But they won't be cheaper because I'll need more connectors or a way to connect it. Whereas this, I can go with a drawer controller over there, connect it into its own little system, basically. We don't even need to use XNet for that. And that will get us almost all the plates that we require. Okay. So, you know what? I can technically just put them here. Okay. I got to do a little bit of thinking on this. We can reduce this down to a single stack per thing. So these guys here, they hold 8 stacks. I do not want to have 8 stacks of plates. As nice as it would be to have, that would destroy my inventory. This idea that I currently have already is probably going to destroy my idea here. We only have 258 tin. We might be okay. Lead. It's going to destroy our lead. Yeah, it's absolutely going to massacre our lead, but that's okay. Everything else should be more or less okay. So having one of these with plates in it, we can automate lapis plates, we can automate gold plates, iron plates, copper plates, etc., and we should be good to go. So with that idea, I got to make some trim. I got to get this connected with this system here. We don't need to house it over there or any sort of unique system, I don't think. No, because we already have XNet over there. We might as well tie it in. So we'll tie it into the whole system. And yeah, we'll go from there. So hopefully you guys and gals, of course, enjoyed the episode. I'm trying to get some automation going. Trying to get some things set up. We need to automate our food. We need to automate our crops. We need to automate mobs. We need to automate our plates. I might do the same thing for like wires. I don't know how useful that'll be, but we'll see. So we need to automate our plates, crops, our food source, monsters, nuclear reactor. Oh boy, so much stuff. And that's before we even advance or move on. So, yeah. There's quite a few things that we need to get done around here. And I need to clean this mess up somehow. But anyways, that's going to be it for now. Thank you all so much. Really do appreciate it. And have yourselves a good one. I still don't know why the dry rubber is not coming over. Is this connected? I think so. Should be. I think it's connected. Right there, right? Yeah. Oak trim. Does it have to be a different trim color? It shouldn't. Yeah, I think it should be connected, all things considered. That one's connected, so why wouldn't this one be? So, yeah. I'm going to have to figure that out. I'm going to have to play around with it a little bit. Maybe, do I have it set on the insert? Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Really do appreciate all of your time. And have a fantastic day. Inserts just everything. So frustrating. It's fine. We'll figure it out. We'll get it. We'll get it. Extract. Anyways, bye-bye for now.